My son, are you ready to control wealth in your palms?
The Baba asked Ahmad.
Say yes,
one of the boys whispered.
Yes, Baba, I am ready,
Ahmad answered confidently.
Step into this circle and kneel down,
the Baba instructed Ahmad. Without even thinking twice, Ahmad hurried into the circle and knelt down, just as the Baba had instructed. Immediately Ahmad did that. The Baba smiled and then he handed him the small calabash that contained fresh human blood.
Drink it. Drink everything,
the Baba commanded, and Ahmad gulped down the human blood.
Here, eat this.
The Baba handed Ahmad what he believed was raw meat, but when he took a closer look at it, he realized that he was holding a human's heart, and there was even a sign of life in it. When Ahmad realized that he was holding a human's heart, he hesitated at first and looked at his friends. But when they nodded, Ahmad reluctantly ate the heart until nothing was left.
You are lucky. You have good friends, and they made everything easy for you,
the Baba said.
Do you know the significance of what you just ate?
The Baba asked, and Ahmad shook his head.
You are now one of us, and from this day, you will be so wealthy that you will not believe it,
the Baba assured Ahmad.
Thank you very much, Baba, for helping us again. We will come and visit you soon,
one of the boys said as he led Ahmad out of the room.
My fellow billionaire. Hey,
don't worry, very soon, they will respect you in this state.
One of the boys teased Ahmad while they drove back to the bar.
Please, can I spend the night at your place? I can't return to Otaka village by this time,
Ahmad asked the boys. He knew that they all lived together in one big house.
Sure, that's fine. We are one now, so you can stay with us for as long as you like,
one of the boys said. That night, Ahmad followed the boys to their house. The house was very beautiful, and immediately Ahmad entered inside. He couldn't stop gushing at the expensive golden chairs, the bodacious interior decorations, and many other things.
Come, let me take you to your room,
one of the boys said, and Ahmad followed him. When Ahmad entered the guest room and saw the big, fancy bed, he excitedly jumped on it.
That's the bathroom. Once you are done freshening up, you can come downstairs. The maid has finished cooking,
the boy said before leaving Ahmad.
Ah!
Ahmad exclaimed in shock.
If my parents ever sleep on this kind of bed, will they still tell me to be contented with the miserable mat we sleep on?
Ahmad soliloquized.
How many bags of corn would my father plant and harvest to build a house like this? No! I can never remain broke in my life!
Ahmad soliloquized. Then he admired the room one more time before going into the bathroom to shower. After Ahmad had finished bathing and changing into new clothes, he went downstairs to join the other boys. Surprisingly, dinner was ready and the maid had kept his food on the dining table.
Thank you so much, my friends. I don't know what I would have done without you guys.
Ahmad thanked the boys after eating.
You're welcome,
the boys answered in unison. Because Ahmad was so tired from running around that day, he retired to bed after dinner with the boys. Even without being wealthy yet, Ahmad was very happy. At least, sleeping on a king-sized bed convinced him that he was slowly stepping into his wealth. But he had no idea how much trouble he had gotten himself into. Around 12:30 a.m., Ahmad was still deeply asleep in the guest room when he suddenly felt one heavy stroke of cane on his back. Then suddenly, it felt like multiple hands were beating him.
Help me! Help me!
Ahmad said as he rushed out of the room and he went downstairs. To his greatest surprise, He saw the other boys in the living room and they were all in awkward positions. It was obvious that the other boys were in some sort of pain, and one of the boys kept pacing around the room like someone who had lost his mind. Because everyone was busy and no one had time to talk to him, Ahmad ended up running around the house while the invisible hands flogged him mercilessly until 3:30 a.m. Surprisingly, the moment it clocked 3:30 a.m., all the boys who were in awkward positions began to act normal.
Please, what's going on?
Ahmad cried to one of the boys.
Something has been flogging me since 12:30 and I am in so much pain.
He added, My brother, I will not lie to you. This is the price you have to pay for your wealth. One of the boys said.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Ahmad asked in a confused tone.
Didn't you say that you were ready to do whatever it takes to be rich? This is just one of the prices you have to pay. And you're already complaining.
One of the boys asked angrily.
But you didn't tell me something would be flogging me.
Ahmad said as he winced in pain. Go back to your room. You will see the results of what you just passed through. One of the boys said. With that, Ahmad returned to his room, and immediately he opened the door. He gasped in shock. There were bundles of money on the bed, and they were neatly piled up.
Is this real?
Ahmad rubbed his eyes as he slowly walked to the bed.
Otaka village will know that I have arrived!
Ahmad jumped excitedly, and he even forgot that he was in pain. The remainder of that morning, Ahmad spent time counting his money, and he counted over 700,000 naira. When Ahmad confirmed that he had made 700k, he rushed downstairs to tell his friends.
On my first night, I made 2 million naira.
One of the boys bragged.
See, the secret to making more money is by enjoying whatever your punishment is. You are even lucky the spirits are just flogging you. When it was my turn, they used machetes to cut my back every night. Even though I couldn't see the physical injuries, the pain was real.
Another boy said.
So, you are saying that the more I endure the flogging, the more money I will make?
Ahmad asked.
Yes. And remember, there is no way out of this. You are one of us now. So you better buckle up because there's more coming your way.
One of the boys said. Even though Ahmad was curious to know what the boys meant by that, he was so excited about his first money that he did not even bother to ask. That afternoon, after having lunch with his friends, Ahmad returned to Otaka village. But before he did, he stopped by a supermarket and shopped for provisions for his parents.
Mama! Papa! I'm home!
Ahmad said excitedly as soon as he entered his mother's room. His mother and father shared the same hut, so he knew he would find them there that evening.
Welcome back, my son! How did your interview go? Did you get the job?
His mother asked excitedly.
Welcome, Ahmad,
his father said almost immediately.
Yes, Mama. I passed the interview and I bought some things for you guys.
Ahmad said.
Where did you get the money to buy all these things?
His mother asked as she looked into the bag Ahmad had handed her.
They gave us transport allowance for coming to the interview, so I decided to buy these things. You know it's not all the time we get to enjoy things like this.
Ahmad lied.
Well done, my son. Thank you. So, tell us about the job. Did you pass the interview? Will they be hiring you?
His father asked.
Yes, Papa. I passed the interview and they hired me. I applied for the role of security man and I got it.
Ahmad lied. When Ahmad said that, his parents were very happy and his mother even danced dramatically. After his mother stopped dancing, Ahmad lied to his parents that he would be resuming work the following week so he had only 1 week to prepare. Ahmad lied because he wanted to give his parents enough time to adjust to the fact that he would be relocating to the city, but he had no idea what was about to happen next. That night, when Ahmad went to bed, precisely at 12:30 a.m., his torture began. But this time, it wasn't what he had expected. Since Ahmad had been flogged the previous night, he expected the same thing to happen again. In fact, he was fully prepared to endure the pain so he could make more money. But something else happened. Instead of the pain he anticipated, Ahmad began to bark uncontrollably like a rabid dog until his parents woke up.
Ahmad, what is wrong with you?
Ahmad's mother asked in shock as she ran into his hut.
Ahmad, are you okay?
His father asked too, but Ahmad would not answer.
Oh God, what is this?
Ahmad's mother began to cry.
He was okay just a few hours ago. What do we do to stop this?
Ahmad's mother said in a teary voice,
I can't even get close to him because I'm afraid he will harm me.
His father said,
Let me go and call the neighbors. I will be right back.
His father added before running out of their compound. Shortly after Ahmad's father left, he returned with 2 of his neighbors, and they all rushed to Ahmad's room to find out what was wrong with him.
This is really bad. Was he bitten by a dog?
One of the neighbors asked.
No, he was fine. You know Ahmad would never go close to a dog. He went to bed normally some hours ago, and the next thing, we woke up to him barking loudly.
His mother explained. While Ahmad's parents were still trying to understand what was wrong with Ahmad, something very shocking happened. Suddenly, some bundles of money appeared on Ahmad's mat, and his parents saw everything.
Look!
Ahmad's mother pointed to the bundles of money that suddenly appeared. Even the neighbors who were in Ahmad's hut saw the bundles appear, and they immediately knew what was happening.
I think your son is involved in a money ritual.
One of the neighbors said to Ahmad's father when he saw the money.
No, that's impossible. Ahmad will never do a thing like that.
His father tried to defend him.
Look, Ali, I will not lie to you. Everything we have seen is a sign that Ahmad involved himself in a money ritual. I don't know how we can help you.
The other neighbor said,
Please, help me. If you say it's money ritual, then there must be something we can do to help him.
Ahmad's father begged.
Situations like this never end well. When people are involved in things like this, death is usually their only way out.
One of the neighbors said. By this time, not only had Ahmad become more aggressive, but the money was also multiplying. And when Ahmad's mother saw that, she couldn't hold back her tears.
Please, God, help my son!
Ahmad's mother prayed. That morning, Ahmad barked from 12:30 to 3:30 a.m. and as soon as it clocked 3:30, he stopped.
Mama? Papa? What's going on here?
Ahmad asked when he saw the people that had gathered around his hut. Because he had been barking non-stop for more than 3 hours, many people were forced to come out and see what was happening.
Ahmad! What did you do?
His mother yelled at him.
I don't understand you, Mama. I didn't do anything.
Ahmad lied.
Ahmad, if you did money ritual, tell us so we can help you.
One of the neighbors his father had called said,
Ahmad, don't lie to us. We have seen the bundles of money in your room. Now, tell us the truth.
His father said,
Yes, Papa. I did.
Ahmad said. Then he began to cry.
I didn't know it would be like this.
Ahmad cried.
But I warned you, Ahmad. I told you that there's no shortcut to success. But you wouldn't listen.
Ahmad's father said.
Please, Papa, help me.
Before Ahmad could complete his sentence, he began to bark again. But this time, he was more aggressive and attacked some of the people who had gathered around his hut. Sadly, while some of the people were trying to hold Ahmad down so they could tie him, he just fell down and died. No one could explain how it happened or what had killed him. He just died. As for the boys who introduced Ahmad to the money ritual, no one knew who they were, and Ahmad's parents never saw them. Because of his stubbornness, Ahmad dug his grave with his own hands and ended his young and vibrant life just because he wasn't patient enough to make money the right way. The end. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite parts in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow our channel on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.